Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to After Sugarfoot Midday Market Update. That's what it is, right, Joey? Midday Market Update. First day of the week. No day trips to Golden Corral for this guy. Listen, my wife is home for like the next month or so no Golden Corral, but we are going to the movies tonight. And my wife says, yeah, we got to go to the movies since I haven't had an opportunity to really see her. So we are going to the movies tonight. What's the movie? I think it's called Shifted. Or Shift, something like that. I think that's what we're going to go see. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. The first trading day of the week. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. VectorVest had their annual Christmas party this weekend. And you know something? Joey cleans up well. Joey really, he looked good. Not as good as I did, though, of course, but he looked really, really good. I was impressed. Huh?
I tried.
Yeah, this was the first time this year I saw him without shorts. Joey wears shorts in the middle of the winter, and this was the first time this year. I think that if he could have had a short suit, he probably would have worn it. He probably. Like LeBron has, yeah, he probably would have worn it. But I love working for a company that takes care of their employees. Every single year we had our annual Christmas party. A lot of fun was had by all. All right, you getting the wind up there? We had the rain. It was all day yesterday, right, Joey? The rain here was just constant. And then we sent it up to you guys. So NVIDIA, I think, is on one of my stocks today. But we will be talking about clean energy. I told you guys to keep your eyes on clean energy. The location was in North Carolina. There was no chocolate. There was no chocolate fountain, but there was a lot of shrimp. And just to let you know, I had my first old fashioned. I had my first old fashioned, and man, it got a lot of liquor in it. That's all I can say. Got a lot of liquor in it. SMCI, I'll write that down. I don't know if that was part of my stories today, but I will write that down. But clean energy, how many of you are following clean energy? I told you guys to keep your eyes on it. Anybody investing in clean energy, type a 1 in the room. Anybody investing in clean energy, type a 1 in the room. Upwork, I saw a story on Upwork. I don't remember the details behind the story, but I did see a story with Upwork today. But it's not one of my stocks today. Bill says 1 tiny. All right, that's cool. Good morning, Glenn, from rain and snow in Reno, Nevada, evidently. Wow. All right, so we will be talking about some of the things that you are bring it to the forefront. Looking at the market, though, Joey, click off of that. You got a red line up there. There we go. All that green. Now, what did we start telling you? How many of you saw the special presentation Friday about managing your stocks or how to trade the current market? Type A, 3 in the room. I can separate between the two. How many of you watched the special presentation this week showing you a practical application of how to trade your stocks currently right now? Type a 3 in the room. I thought that was the perfect video for this market's conditions because a lot of questions are coming out, what to do. So I see the 3s coming in, and I'm glad. And if you haven't already shared the video on your social circles, please do, because I think that a lot of people need to know how to trade their stocks currently in this market. With the market being so overextended, how do you trade your stocks? Badger says, great special presentation. Everyone should watch it. Very timely advice. And you know, the cool thing about that is when we put out a video like that, if we did it later and you said, well, you should have told us about this sooner. We're trying to keep this as real time as possible. Now, I'm going to say one other thing before we jump in. For those of you who watched that video who are brand new to the channel and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the kind of content that we put out for our subscribers. So I invite you right now to hit the subscribe button. All right, for all of you who are not subscribers to the YouTube channel, please do that for us. and especially if you want to see this kind of content. All right, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you will be alerted to when videos like that or the videos that Ryan and I put out on a daily basis. That's how you get alerted. All right, that's how you get alerted. And Joey's right. Share the links. That's how we grow. That's how we grow. All right, so all of the major indices are up today, and the alert today specifically talked about the market is pushing the envelope. Let me explain to you what I mean. We know that the MTI, our market timing indicator, gives us an opportunity to know when the market is overbought. And we're at that level. See, the MTI is at 1.65. Well, when our MTI hits a scale, hits on a scale between 1.5 to 1.6, the market is looking for a top. But as you can see, the market can keep on going up. Is this the top? I won't know that until the market stops going down. How do you know when the market is top? When it stops going up and it starts going down. Just the opposite of knowing how to know when the market is bottom, when the market stops going down and it starts going up. The 3 and the 8 are still solid. We're only 2 days off of a 3-month high on our VectorVest composite. That's what we're looking at here. This indicator tracks over 9,000 stocks, and we feel that it is a better representation of the broad market movement. And that's why we use it for timing the market. Now, Friday, we had a little bit of a down day coming off of Thursday's new 3-month high. Today, a closed candle, which means the price of the composite is lower than the open. But we're still within, both of these bars are still pretty much within that big Thursday bar. Big, and just, relative to just the last 3 bars. All right, nice gap up. You know that gaps like to be filled. So are we getting to the level? Are we pushing the envelope of the market moving higher? My answer to that is yes, we are pushing the envelope. And someone came in and said, start being careful. We've been telling you that over the last week. Be careful. The MTI is high. The market's looking for a top. Be careful. And if you looked at Friday's video, it talked a lot about if you want to put on a new position right now, the biggest thing I would say is put in a lot smaller position. But don't be afraid to take half off the table or lock in profits on the stocks that you have. You've got to. Audio keeps cutting out. Joey, is it cutting out for you as well? Is it cutting out for you as well? I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Glenn, the price of the RT and BSR were down Friday, but the MTI was up. Good question, Bill. Understand that when we look at the MTI tracks 3 different indicators. Let me bring that up real quick because that happens from time to time. The MTI looks at the price of the composite, the relative timing of the composite, and the buy to sell ratio. This looks at all 3, and it's on a time period of about 50 days. All right, so these indicators move on a day-over-day basis, week-over-week basis, and they can go up or down. The MTI doesn't have to totally align with that because it's looking at a different time period. Does that make sense, Bill? So these indicators could rise or fall daily, and the MTI could do the opposite because it is looking at all 3 indicators on a longer time period. That's a great question that gets brought up a lot, and I don't ever mind telling you why. All right, so let's get back into my market timing graph. Based upon what you see, let me tell you why the market is just going bananas right now. All right, audio has been solid, no cutting out. If anybody's having an issue with audio cutting out, my suggestion is to close YouTube or either close YouTube and open it back up, or go down to the little machine part that looks like a cog, and you can probably update or refresh it from there. All right. So with that being said, why is the market doing this? All right. And I got some answers for you. Fed officials say the central bank isn't really talking about rate cuts. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some VectorVest in it. Didn't the Fed just come out and say in the last meeting, last Wednesday, to look forward to 3 rate cuts going into next year? And that's what spurred this rally, this most recent upturn, pushing the MTI from like 1.4 straight up to 1.6. But now, this is as of December 15th, Friday. Fed officials say central bank isn't really talking about rate cuts. All right. Here we go. Fed sparking irrational market. Optimism. This is why we've been telling you to keep your eyes on your stuff. Keep your eyes on it. Not only that, think about taking positions off the table, at least half, if not all, over the potential rate cuts. Former FDIC Chair Sheila Bair warns. Interesting. So the market reacted to the Fed, and the back channels are saying, wait. It looks like the back channels are backing away from what the Fed said. Now, let me ask this question. Do you think the Fed put his foot in his mouth? Yes or no? Somebody just said something. Got it, Glenn. Not cutting out. Oh, there it is. Dave says your first bearish signal is a primary wave down. Your first bullish signal is a primary wave up. Absolutely. All right, so I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Do you think the Fed put his foot in his mouth with proclaiming that there will be 3 rate cuts next year? And, there's not a right or wrong answer. I always like to keep you involved in the conversation. Bill is I like that. Bill says, kinda. Akshaya says, Fed is saying data dependent, as always have been. They didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say they did anything wrong, Akshaya. Not at all. I'm not sure that the Fed is going. Do you understand that the cutting of the interest rates are used to spur an economy? Well, the economy slowed down, but it hasn't really fallen over, especially with the resilient job market. So is it really necessary to cut interest rates to keep the economy rampant, which will do what? Raise inflation. All right? And raise inflation. It ain't time, in my opinion, it ain't time to put some fire under the economy. The economy may not be rocking and rolling like it was from 2016 to 2021, but it ain't keeling over either. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting that, well, since you didn't talk to Powell on Fed Day, he did put his foot in his mouth. See, Joey, I told Joey we should have talked to the Fed, and Joey wouldn't let me. That's because he's a dictatorial kind of guy, a totalitarian. Yeah. Powell did not say when. Just talk, and talk is cheap. I'm with you. All right. I hope he didn't as corporate bankruptcies will be up if they don't cut. But again, Linda, you do understand that as he cuts, that's like pushing the economy higher. It's a way to put fire on the economy. Do we need that fire? If inflation is getting better, which it is, but it's not at the target of 2%, are we at a point where we need, and normally, if everything was getting killed, getting crushed, that's when you cut interest rates. Are we at that point that we need that? Cigar says, sorry, but I'm so jaded these days. I think he's setting up for false positive at certain times next year when poll numbers need a boost. Sad face. Kathy Wood did a YouTube saying Tesla, Path, and Twilio are going to fly enormously. In regards to Tesla, I need Elon Musk to come back to us. Does anybody feel the same way? I need Elon Musk to come back to us. The pricing war with the cars in China, I don't know how well that's going to work out for him because he's biting into the bottom line. And at some point in time, people are going to say, yo, you're not making me money. I'm leaving. I need Elon Musk to back up a little bit and come back to us. That's my thinking. I made my coffee. He's being loony. He's a businessman. I think he's a great visionary. But if you're going to hurt your bottom line by having this fight with China that I don't think you're going to win, I don't know. All right, so Twilio, I'll write that down too. I got to come out with my top 10 stocks for next year. I've got a list. That'll be my first video in January. Will be my top, like I did last year. I'll do my top 10 stocks for 2024. He needs a filter. He talks too darn much. Linda, I like your thinking. All right, let's go to my next story. Goldman Sachs raised its year-end 2024 S&P target to 5,100. The market's just going crazy over that 3 rate cut news. Now, the bad thing is if he doesn't come through with this, the markets are going to be pissed. They're going to be pissed. So I think that he put his foot in his mouth. I don't think we get 3. And a lot of people think it's going to start in March. I think it shouldn't happen until the summer. You know, if he's waiting, we all know that the Fed is a laggard. Let it sit, let it rest, let it cook, let it simmer. Let it simmer some more. Hi, Amir. Glenn, how did your top 10 work out this year? Remind me when I get into the stocks. I got the listing of the stocks. We'll take a look at that. All right? We'll take a look at that. All right. How about this? U.S. Steel surges 23% as Nippon Steel acquires it. U.S. Steel has been around a minute. It just got bought by Nippon Steel for $55 a share. I don't know what the number came out to be. $14.9 billion. It's big. All cash transaction. That's big. All right. Is trading SH a good idea for? I'm not going to tell you to buy any inverse until the inverse start to move. I'm not going to tell you to buy any, and we'll take a look at that too. Remind me, Francisco, to take a look at what the Contras are doing. All right, PGTI just got bought by Door. Open Door? No, that's Door. That's a different one. PGTI. All right, let's get to my next story. How about this? How many of you crude soars as Red Sea attack results in supply disruptions? BP, there it is. There's the other story. BP pulling out of the trade routes, and that's going to affect supply, which is going to push oil higher, tankers avoid the Suez Canal, Russia to deepen oil supply cuts. Now, you've heard me say that I think that oil is being manipulated. If oil doesn't go up off of this story, this backs up my story that oil is being manipulated. Yes or no? All right, and I cannot justify this with VectorVest. All right, this is one of my insights. I cannot back this up with VectorVest. But if the supplies get jacked up, it's going to make oil go higher. All right, so we'll take a look at that. NEO, big story. NEO gets $2.2 billion from Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi. All right, Money said CYVN Holdings, an investment vehicle based in Abu Dhabi, will invest $2.2 billion in cash and subscribe to 294 million newly issued Class A shares with purchase price of $750. That's a big shot in the arm to NEO, and Ryan did a short on this last week. Was it a short or was it a video, Joey? It was one of the two. He did talk about NEO. Was it a short? About the risk to reward for NEO. This is going to be big for NEO, but will it stand? Will it hold? All right, will it hold? Linda's saying loving NEO right now at this particular point in time. All right, we got 176 people here. I need everybody to do me a favor right now. Share this link. Joey put the link in there. He's going to put it in again. Share this link. Let's, you know me, there's no reason, based on the content that we give, there's no reason why we can't have on a constant basis about 300 people in here. So I want everybody to do me that favor. Share this right now. Let's get 300 people into the room, okay? So, Linda, we're going to look at NEO to see if it's a viable stock to actually hold. All right? I really want to see. Lou says, hey, guys, I use the 3A MA cross down. That signals cannot be ignored. Lou, you know I love using the 3 and the 8, but I also really am in love with using the near perfect indicator. I will use them both. All right. BP, that goes with the crude story. BP becomes the latest company to halt voyages through the Red Sea. Oil on watch. I'm telling you to keep your eyes on oil. Here's a drug stock. Arcutis shares rally in after-hours trading on the FDA approval. Anything that gets an FDA approval, ARQT, anything that gets FDA approval is something I want you to keep your eyes on. All right, the FDA approved the product, which is a steroid-free topical foam with no limitations on duration of use. So, known as the treatment of, oh my gosh, why? All right, all my medical people, let me know if I said this right. Seborrheic dermatitis. Seborrheic dermatitis. Any people in here that are medical people, did I say that right? All my medical people, did I say that right? I just got to use my words. Joey would have been like,
I'll tell you, you got pretty close.
Whatever. You said, Joey don't know. Joey would have been like, at least people are saying close enough. I'll take it. Joey would have jacked that up something terrible because he's not medical like me. I'm medical. Remember, I'm Dr. Glenn. How about that, Joey? I'm Doc. So that means I should know a little bit of something about this, right?
You should, yes.
Thank you, Bernice. Subureic. All right, I got you. Linda says, calling you doctor now. You know, and it's a story that I've told on more than one occasion. The person that gave me the name of Dr. Glenn was Dr. DeLito. Dr. Bart DeLito, on a trip that we took, gave me the name of Dr. Glenn. And there's only two people that do it, Steve and somebody here, Jake. Jake calls me Dr. Glenn from time to time as well. Those are the only two people that really call me Dr. Glenn. Wow. Blindsides Joey out of nowhere. Way to go. Joey threw me under the bus the other day. What was it for? You so threw me under the bus, so I had to do this blind.
You didn't put water in your coffee machine, and you were sitting around here.
Yep. So I got him back. He threw me way under the bus. You threw me way under the bus. All right. Another Meta stock wrapping up the record year, spurred by cost cuts that followed disastrous 2022. He laid off some folk, didn't he? Meta stock is poised to have the best year ever, having gained 178%. 178% in 2023. Woo-wee. He's just sitting in the background making money. He's like, yeah, I'm making that money. I'm Mark, I'm making that money. See that big old smile? That's a Kool-Aid smile. How many of y'all remember Kool-Aid and go smashing through the wall? That's what he looks like right there. And last but not least, I told you we're going to talk about clean energy. Solar power stocks get another lift, this time from Jefferies. So Jefferies upgraded some stocks. Solar power stocks received a boost from Jefferies, which initiated coverage on some of the biggest companies in the sector. First Solar, Enphase, and Sunrun with hold ratings from Array Technologies and SunPower. All right, so let's go take a look at my list today. Let's go take a look at my list today. First, what are the indices doing? Look at this. The VIX is up, but the market is up. That's abnormal reaction, folks. When the VIX is up, that means people are a little bit more fearful in the market, and the market responds by moving down. We've got the volatility on the S&P 500, aka the VIX, moving up, far from the level of 20. When we get to a price level of 20, the market is definitely in fear state. We're far from that. But it is on the rise today, and the markets are up, which means that the market is focusing, and it's focusing on several things. So let's go see what things they're focusing on. We're going to go to Unisearch. I'm going to go to Delta Search's sectors. Let's go see 10-day RT Delta. Let's go see what sectors are on the rise. What sectors are on the rise? Real estate. We know building. Instruments, REIT, auto and truck, which is EVs. Interesting. Neo probably a big bolster in that, and metal products. These are my top 5 sectors by 10-day RT Delta momentum indicator. 10-day, look at that, 13.98% on real estate management. Tell you, I'm going to give you some fish real quick. All right, I'm going to give you some fish real quick. Number 1 sector by momentum, CI, let's go, real estate development. It's got a higher CI. I'm going to give you a couple of fish right now. Sort this by CI. Write these down. We're not going to look at these. I want you guys to write them down. Anything's got, none of these are fundamentally sound. I'm looking at RV and RS, both above 1. So I am going to look at the stocks that go up more than they go down. I want this stock, FOR, and then I also want this stock. Why? Because the earnings growth is at 16% on this. Write these down. All right? Write these down. I'm not going to, and I'm just giving you fish. I'm giving you fish. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? I'm just giving, actually, tell you what I'm going to do. Add to watch list. We are going to do this. Let's go put this in fastest moving. Put this in sectors. And then we can look at these next week. How about that? All right. I did that on the fly. Let's go look at the top 5 instruments. All right. Let's go look at instruments. Number 2 by RT movement CI, which has the higher CI. This one, instrument scientific. This is outside of what I was going to do, but I'm giving you some fish. You see this, Amir? I'm giving fish. I want this one, CAMT, and any other fundamentally sound? No. I got an earnings growth rate of 18% on MEEC. All right. Right click, add to watch list. Let's go put that into there. All right. I'm giving you some fish. REIT. I want you to see how easily I can make this happen. CI, highest one here. Mortgage, REIT mortgage, right double click. Sort by CI. Ooh, not a lot, but I got an earnings growth rate, TIPT. Got an earnings growth rate of 19 and an earnings growth rate of 14. None of these are fundamentally sound either. Earnings growth of 14. I'm taking these 2. All right, right click, add to watch list. Next week, we'll see what they did. How about that? Next week, we'll see what they did. This is a good exercise for fish. I'm probably only going to take one more. Auto and truck. All right. Let's go look. Highest CI is auto, trucks, tires, miscellaneous. Double click. Sort by CI. Ooh, only one. I'm going to take the 2 that have an earnings growth of 15, of double digits. We'll see how these work out. Right click, add to watch list. Put that into, all right. So I just gave you some new fish. All right. I just gave you, and I did it pretty quickly. Let's go to my viewers. So going into next week, I've only got 8. I only took 2 from, I could have done one more, but I'm watching time. Did everybody understand what I just did? Type a 1 if you understood. Type a 2 if you did not. Type a 1 if you understood what I just did. Type a 2 if you did not. The beauty behind what I just did was the ability to quickly see what sectors were on the rise and drill down. Notice that I'm looking for the majority of these to have a CI above 1, but notice all of them have RTs above 1, which means these are all in uptrends, and I really wanted double-digit earnings growth. I wanted double-digit earnings growth. All right? I agree. However, I will follow the VectorVest signals rather than my opinions. VV makes more sense, makes more money than my opinions. That's fine. Notice, these weren't my opinions. Dave, these were strictly going by momentum of the sectors that were on the rise, drilling down to find the stocks. All right, when you graph multi-tickers in VectorVest, how do you flip the charts? So let's do this real quick. Highlight all of these. Highlight them all. Once they're all highlighted, I can you see they're all highlighted, right click. Go down to view stock graph. Once that happens, you've got a slider bar here. See that? You got a slider bar. Put this on 3-month graph. Wow, look at this. That's not half bad, huh? Nice move going up, trend. Next one. Little sideways move there. Little upward move there. And again, I didn't look at any of these graphs until right now. These were all based on momentum of the sectors and drilling down into the stocks. I'd be careful with this one. This is why you want to look at a graph anyway. I got trend and trigger, but I'm not feeling that stock move. Remember, I didn't look at any of these graphs. All right, all I did was just use, well, I'm not feeling that one either. Now, by looking at these graphs, pick the ones that you like. All right, and we'll see what they did going into next week. Did that help you, Simon? You gotta highlight them all. Once you've done that, right-click, view the stock graph. When you go look at the graphs now, you have a slider. You have a slider, and that's how you go through. All right. So that was a little bit off the beaten path, but at least I gave you some fish to take a look at. Amir, were you paying attention? All right, industry ETFs. Where's not yet. Let's go to the big news. Here's all the stocks that made the news. All right, in my stories. Oil. Let's move that all over. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Joe, that happened, but I don't think we would have been able to fix it before. All right, Meta. Look at that, up 3% today. Steel got bought by Nippon. I wonder if I have the NIPP. Yep, is that it? Nippon? I think that's it. Does everybody agree that that's the Nippon that bought U.S. Steel? Yes or no? Yes or no? I don't know. If it's got that many letters, how does it buy U.S. Steel? How does it buy U.S. Steel if that's it? Anybody? Lee says yes. All right, let's go put that onto the list. Let's go. Saw some China ban for Apple. Yeah, it wasn't China. I saw it was something else. That it was a patent infringement, some kind of patent infringement. And it could have been China, as a matter of fact. I did see a story about some kind of patent infringement being brought against Apple. All right. So where's Nippon? There it is. 29. How do they buy U.S. Steel? Yeah, I maybe do I have Nippon Steel? I think it was Nippon Steel too. But I don't have a ticker symbol for it. Are they private? Let's go find out. Let's go see ticker symbol X being acquired by Japan's Nippon Steel. The two companies confirmed today. $55. I don't have a ticker symbol for them. Are they private? Something tells me they're private. Something tells me that they're private. Or we just don't track the stock, which would be weird that we wouldn't track a stock like that. Let's do this. Ticker symbol for Nippon Steel. Let's go see. Nippon Steel, right? Oh, there it is, NSC. There we go, NSC. How cool is Google? NSC. That says Norfolk Southern. Is that right? Doug, go down to the little cog on the bottom of the video. Do a refresh. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure. But the story says NSC, right? Nippon Steel Corporation, NSC, not Northern. Do we not track it? I got to check that out. And it's Japan, NPSCY. NPSCY. All right? NPSCY. We don't track it. I got to get with Angie and find out. We need to track that. All right? We need to track that. All right. So, again, U.S. Steel has been around forever. has been around forever. What other iconic company just got bought? Wasn't there another iconic company that just got bought recently? I don't remember. Anybody remember? There was another iconic company that just got bought. This is another iconic company that's being bought. NISTF? Something tells me we don't track it. Nope, we don't track that one either. Nippon Steel, we got to get it. We got to get it. All right. Sunrun, the clean energy stocks got a little hit today. Oil, nicely up about 2%. BP, pulling out of the trade routes for oil, up today actually. NEO with the infusion of money from Abu Dhabi, up 6%. And this drug for dermatitis, for dermatitis, is nicely up today. Let's do this. You wanted to know more about the clean energy. Let's go to portfolios. How many of you, look at this. My Argentinian plays are nicely up today. Any of you trading Argentinian stocks? Look at this. In the portfolio, I got 3 stocks that are double digit up. Anybody? Nippon Steel is an ADR with the NPSCY. I got to write that down. NPSCY. If we're not tracking it, we got to get it tracked. I told you guys with the new president in Argentina, to keep your eyes on them. Look at the movement of the portfolio. All right. Clean energy, where's that at? Told you to keep your eyes on it. It's getting its butt kicked today, down 3.5%, even with the upgrades. Wow. But AMRSQ is up 66%. Smart Power, $1.15. Look at that move, 13% up. But some big stocks that are taking a hit in it. SunPower, TPIC are down. But I told you I was going to talk a little bit about clean energy. I still think that it's going to be okay. I read Vietnam market is hot. The only thing I saw anything hot out of Vietnam was their new EV company. But that was a while ago. Anything else I want to see in here? Live stream stocks that you give me in your picks that I like, I put in here. So a lot of these stocks, actually all of these stocks, are stocks when we look at your stocks that I like, and I put them into a portfolio and see how they are rocking and rolling. All right, so we're up 1.17%. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks. 5 out of the 7 stocks are up. These are your picks that I like and put into a portfolio. Thank you for those Argentinian trades. You're very welcome, Jeff. Solar and wind cost too much for maintenance. So Ultra Magnus, I think when you look at the realm of clean energy, electricity is the way to go. I think that nuclear is a way to go. Wind and solar are ways to go. But you're right. They are still expensive. I won't deny you on that. All right, let's go back to the viewers. So I told you I was going to talk about those things. Earnings this week, no. Industry ETFs. Where's the money going today? The money is going to, why does that keep doing that? It's about to make me angry. Where's the money going today? Let's sort this by percent price change. Natural gas. Natural gas is on the rise today. Natural gas, oil, which makes sense. All right, keep your eye on oil. That's on Brent. That's on USO. Uranium is up today, 2%. XLC is up. Energy is up. Consumer staples. Where to stay away from? Real estate. Interesting. Stay away from gold. Akshaya. Stay away from the regional banks. All right, they're down. Again, one day doesn't make a trend. South Korea has been investing into Vietnam heavily. Costco is pumping nice today, $15. I'll write that down, COST. Is it a good time to buy solar now? You know, if I'm going to buy into solar now, I would cherry pick what solar stocks are moving. That's the way I would look at it. Canadian solar, I would look at the graphs. Let's go see. Jinko Solar, Daco, Sunrun, Sonova. I would look at all of the stocks that would be solar related. Right click Amir, view the stock graph. This is what I'd be looking for if I'm going to buy into solar. I like the move on CSIQ. Broke through the downtrend. Look at that. No trend yet. Trigger way back here. I like the move. I'd like to see better volume, but it did break through a downtrend. I like that move. If I'm looking at First Solar, a little bit of indecision today. Big move over the last 3 days, sort of kind of parabolic. I'd be careful with that one. Jinko Solar pulled back, found a level of support. I'd see if it can get out of its own way. I do have a little bit of a trend, a little bit of a trigger. DQ, not quite, still in a downtrend. Run, 1 day down, big gap up. Fading in that gap a little bit, but I do have trend, I do have trigger. I'd like to see it take out that 3-month high. Nova pulling off of the 3-month high for 2 days. Let's go see if that level of gap will hold as a level of support. Sedge, not just quite yet. I do have a trigger. I do have rising volume. I'd really like to see trend get in. Does that help you, Amir, in regards to the solar stocks? All right, does that help you? Does that help you? All right, if I'm going to ever tell you about getting into anything, but that's a good way of seeing which ones were the ones that you would want to keep your eyes on. NVIDIA, thinking about second quarter. NVIDIA is not on my list yet, but it is now. OKTA. All right, let's go back to the viewers. Thanks for the solar rundown, Glenn. You're very welcome, Bill. Some more fish. Speculative 1 day MPI. These are all optionable. These are all optionable. I like the low dollar optionable plays. Look at that. Fusion Pharmaceutical, Golden Ocean. These all meet the criteria for the MPI, 1 day crossover, and all optionable. All right, they may not be the best, but these are technical moves. You want fish? I've given you 5 fish right here. Take a picture, whatever you need to do. It's going down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and then I've got my MPI 3 day. All right, so these have crossed over the last 3 days. I got a combination. I don't think these are all from today, and they're not. And I don't know which ones are from today, which ones are not. That was all my own fault. But Super Micro is in here. Interactive Brokers. I know I didn't have 9 today. I only had 5, but I don't know which were the ones I had from last week. But again, more fish. This is on the MPI 3 day. Any prediction on what happens to X? It got bought. It'll go away. It'll be Nippon. It got bought. It's not a merger or anything like that. They got bought. So X will go away. And anybody who's holding X, that's fine. If you're not holding it, it's going to go away. So it'll be yours. VectorVest needs a stock. No, we do. Well, we sort of, kind of. No, we don't. Do you know EcoPro in Korea stock? I do not. And I don't know how to say that first name because it's written in a language that I don't know. So VectorVest tracks the IWM. That ain't our stock. And those are all the lower dollar stocks. That's not us. You couldn't track us through the IWM. Not at all. They're keeping U.S. corporate offices in the name for X. Is that what's going to happen? All right. ASML, you all know that my kid works for that company in Arizona. All right. What else I got to go look at? Let's go back to the homepage. Someone was mentioning when you start to look for a turn in the market, primary wave is still up. So we're not at the top yet. We start to know we're at the top when we start to see our market timing turning over. All right, and Joey, how can I edit Glenn out of the screenshot he just had us take? Oh, you don't want this. I don't know. I missed that. Sorry. All right. We already looked at the live stream portfolio. I'm not doing drugs this week. I never do drugs. All right. I'm just getting ready. As I said that, I was like, did I really mean to say that?
Next week, though.
I might do drugs next week. All right. I got stocks. Don't give me any stock. No, Alfred, don't give me any stocks right now. Let me do this first. I've been writing some of them down as we've been. Don't give me new ones. Not yet. XRX. You guys just so don't listen. I think y'all love to hear me yell. I'm not going to yell. You guys love to hear me yell. PG. I think it makes a lot of you laugh. COST, comma FAS, comma NVIDIA. Excuse me, comma OKTA, comma ASML, comma now, CRM, comma path, comma, oopsie, says Alfred. Alfred, I got your stock though. Zim, going once, going twice, X Pro, that's it. Last one. That's enough stocks. That's 15 stocks. That's a good enough amount of stocks. All right. So out of the stocks, let's go see if we can get any more to go into my live stream portfolio. All right. SMI, what's the big movers today? PG, why is PGTI moving? Let's go view the stock news. It'll come over to Joey's side. Why is it going up today? Masonite announces transformation, creating leading door. Oh, I did see this news. Leading door and window solutions company with over $4 billion in combined revenue. Phew, it's a big move. That's a big move for the stock. I just wanted to know why it was moving up. What else is moving up today? SMCI, Costco. Why is Costco moving? View the stock news. Why is Costco moving? Costco continues to show its business excellence and resilience. Ooh, look at that there. All right. What else is moving? Zim. I'm thinking that that's got to be because of their upcoming dividend. That's what I'm thinking. Up 2%. Down 91 cents. Is Zim a stock to buy for 2024? Everybody's jumping into Zim because of the big dividend that they pay. But you get taxed on it too. I did that once. I got taxed out the yin yang on it. NVIDIA, one more. Let's go see what the news is on this one. What did NVIDIA do? Magnificent 7 stocks to buy and watch. Yep. Let's go. I'm going to go one more time to the portfolios. Let's go look at the Magnificent 7 stocks. Look at that move on them. Look at that move. We're up 3.19% since I did it. When did I do this? On 11/14. It's about a month. Up 3.2%. Yeah. Your Uncle Glenn hooked you up. Your Uncle Glenn got you in at the right time. It did take a dip, but look at the move now. Look at the move now. All shipping stocks on run because of the unrest in Yemen. You know something? I'm going to keep my eyes on them. Costco is giving a special dividend. Okay, I got you. I got you. Let's go back to the viewers. So that's what's going on with Costco, CRM. ASML down today. Xerox down today. And I wouldn't be buying Contras yet. Buying Contras yet. Let's graph all these real quick. Let's bust a move on this. Nice move on PGTI. On good volume. I like that. What don't I like about buying this right now? Anybody? What don't I like about buying this right now? So Fang Yu has gone up 100 points since early November. Magnificent 7, the new Fang Yu, right? Magnificent 7 and new. Yeah, not only parabolic, the gap. There you go, Alfred. That's the scary part about buying. I like the move, bottom left, top right. The NPI shows trend. I got trigger, big volume. All right, but if you get in, let's just say you do get in. Let's give it to this level of the gap. I'd give you a hard line in the sand stop of $36.97. Probably just might as well call it $37. All right. Gabrielle, Microsoft didn't make the list today. If I got a little bit of time, I'll show it. If I got a little bit of time, I'll show it. Hey, Dr. Glenn, can you check PowerCell? You want me to look at Microsoft, MSFT, and what is the other one? I just saw it. I just freaking saw it. Power. And one more, debt. If I can do these last three after I look at these, we will. All right, PGTI is a buyout. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. Fang Magnificent 7 is the new Fang, Akshaya. So I don't want to really do Fang. It really is, because Netflix is in Fang. I think Magnificent 7 is the new Fang. All right, so let's go take a look at this. I know Fang is a stock. And Jake, I'm not doing Pats. Let's go to the next one. Oof. SMCI. Let me get this gap. Oops, not that. This is the downtrend. Let me get this gap. The volume is there. New 3-month high. SMCI. I might have to put that in there. Live stream stocks. SMCI. Add a trade. Is it in here? It's not. What? Add a trade. The portfolio's genius. Oh, it is on. Click on OK. Let's turn it off for a second. Add a trade. Buy long SMCI. How much money is in this account? Almost $6,000, $2,000 per trade. Get the price now. Target investment $2,000. Apply. So we just put SMCI in there. All right. Ooh, Costco. That's a freaking expensive stock, though. Sigh, but it's moving up. I got to throw some Costco in there. Got to do it. Add a trade. That stock looks good. COST. Costco. Get the price now. Target $2,000. Apply. Okay. So we just do. I can't say no to Costco. The price channels on SMCI was right in the middle. SMCI is way undervalued. Well, we put that in there. Let's go to the next one. Amazon. Nice level of support. I can only put 2 more stocks in there. No, I'm not taking Zim. Price is down here. Open was up there. Selling pressure too. I'm not taking Zim. NVIDIA, I need it to break above that level of resistance, the 3-month high. I like the bottom left, top right. I need it to break above that level of resistance. I like FAS that came from Akshaya. But I don't like the fall in volume. I like the move on the stock. There's the trigger. There's the trend. It's moving up. Let's go add something to this technical. Let's go look at stochastics. Oh, this stock is way overpriced too. I'm not going to get this just quite yet. But that's not to say when the stock was also in overbought territory, the stock's price still went up. All right, so first time NVIDIA being this high without earnings. I didn't take NVIDIA, did I? Or did I? I don't remember. Wow, CRM. Look at that move. Also in a level of being overbought, but I love the trigger. And I love the trend, and it's been moving. Never faded the gap. New 3-month high. Whew, I like FAZ as soon as the financial bullish percent turns down. MD's got NVIDIA's got a MACD crossover. I sort of like CRM. No on X Pro. Not just quite yet. I'm just barely getting a trigger. No trend. I do like the move up, but I'm not going to take that one yet. Wow, Twilio. Definitely in overbought territory, though. If you're going to take it, I'd go 12 cents higher than the high. It's definitely in overbought territory. Look at the trigger, trend, run. Trigger, trend, run. But Stochastics is telling me that it's overbought. But I'm not going to tell you not to take it. Another fish, Amir. Just be careful with it. It is an overbought territory. It's prime for a pullback. It's prime for a pullback. Okay, TA. Also in overbought territory. Love the move. Big move. Volume. Trigger. Trend. I want to see it get out of that range, but that's not a bad looking stock. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row up. 7 days in a row up. Glenn, can you add standard RT on the chart so we can see when it crosses above? Yeah, I can throw RT on here. Boom. But what is... Oh, I got to move. There is RT. I got moving averages on RT because of the NPI. Gerald says, how do you know it's overbought? Looking at the stochastics indicator. When it's above, stochastics is above the value of 80. When stochastics is above the value of 80, like you see over here, the stock is in overbought territory. It's a technical indicator, Gerald. It's a technical indicator. Path, also overbought, but a little bit of a sideways move. I needed to go above the 3 month high, but it's definitely bottom left, top right. Not a lot of volatility, but definitely up there. Pull back to what to enter for OKTA? No, I'd like to see it go above that level of 3 month high. If you're getting into it, I'm going to probably tell you that's my profit target of 88.41. 88.41 is my profit target, which is a 3 month high. You can get into it now if you want to. I'm not getting into it. Just I'd like to see it take out the 3 month high. I'd like to see it take out the 3 month high. Phil says, I love deck, but overbought. And then be careful. Even though any of these stocks that are overbought, I'm not telling you not to take them. I'm not taking them. I'm not telling you not to take them, but just be careful with them. All right, just be careful with them. All of these are, why? You know something? Let's do it this way. Technical analysis. Let's go use MACD. Take off stochastics. Ooh, look at that, but it's fading. Ooh, look at that. I got the crossover, but it's fading. I'd be careful with path. I'd be careful with path. Yeah, I wouldn't take advantage of contra ETFs. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Rising. Maybe I should use MACD more than use stochastics. At least MACD will not only show me the crossovers on when the stock starts taking off, but it will show me the strength of the trend as well. And it's picking up. One day is not a trend. It's down, but I like the move up. I like the volume up. I like the move of MACD up as well. All right. Xerox I like, but I wouldn't buy it on a down day. ASML, I like, but I got 2 down days. I would not buy them on a down day. All right, let's go back to the portfolios. I added a couple of more stocks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stocks. I got room for at least one more. And I'm going to show you what the stops are on this. Stop criteria, 10% trailing stop. Stop criteria is a 10% trailing stop. I don't do anything with these unless we're in a live stream. So my stops are checked. All right. AMZU. How much time? We got 2 minutes. I'm going to look at those last 4 that you wanted me to look at. I'm going to look at those last 4. MSFT, comma PWR, comma Decker, comma AMZU. Those are my last 4 stocks. Can you look at a couple of oil stocks? Okay, I guess that wasn't my last 4 stocks. Thank you, Akshaya. PXD, comma EOG. All right. And now I got one more. Stop giving me stocks. Yeah. Stop giving me stocks. ORCL. I already got AMZU up there. Sigh. You guys never let me go. All right, let's go put it on a 3-month graph. You're welcome, Jake. You're welcome, Amir. Deckers. Ooh, so I took off stochastics. And even from MACD, he's telling me the stock is leveling out. I like the stock, believe you me. It's one of the best stocks in the database, but it looks like it could be getting tired. It definitely looks like it could be getting tired, and MACD is telling me the same thing. But I've got trigger, I've got trend. Price action is showing me that it could be getting tired. Price action is showing me that it could be getting tired. If you are currently trading it, let me give you a stop. 681.70. That's a lot of money to give back. Let me move this up a little bit more to this swing before it went back up. All right, that's a better one. It's still high. 688.78. That is my line in the sand on Deckers. That is my line in the sand on Decker. On deck. All right, a tight little channel. Don't give it all back. That's profit. That's a good profit part right there. 722, $12 higher. All right, but MACD is telling me that it's slowing down. EOG bouncing. I got a MACD crossover. That's it. And I got indecision today. I got MACD crossing over. That's it. And indecision. I'd like to see down, down, down. And it did break through the downtrend. It did break through the downtrend. I like that, but a little bit of indecision today. I'd like a better candle than this. I'd like a better candle than this to get in. But MACD did cross bullish. All right. Matt says, can you add 2 ways to say goodbye? Oh, you got to give me the... Joey will write them down. Joey will write them down.
I think that's it, right? Adabo?
Can you... No, can you add... I think that's what... You know, Matt said, can you add? Sorry. See that, Joey?
Right, because the message above is the one he wants you to add.
It's she. Adabo. I met Nat. Where did I meet you, Nat? Was it in California? Odabo. O-D-A-B-O. It's Nigerian. All right. Odabo. I got to figure out where I want to put that in. All right. I got you. All right. So EOG, I'm not happy with getting in just quite yet. Preliminarily, only the MACD. Oh, it was in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta. Okay. Only the MACD has gone positive. I'd wait. I need a little bit more confirmation on that, Akshaya. Microsoft I like, but it's pulling back. All right. I've got a level of support on Microsoft right about here. Oh, I like that. Got the wick. I like that level of support at 360. If you're in Microsoft, still currently, your line in the sand is 362.84. MACD is saying, no, I'm losing trigger. Trend is still there. Trend is there, and I've got level of support. That's for all of you holding on. All right? If I'm not in it, though, I'm actually in Microsoft. Hold on. I'm in it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm in MSFU. I'm in MSFU in my real world portfolio. It's up today. I'm up overall about 2.5%. So I am currently in MSFU. I always like to tell you and be transparent about the stocks that I'm currently tracking as well. EOG just paid a nice dividend and will pay another one in January. Even with that, are you ready to take that? If you're in it, Michael, fine. If you're not, I'm not going to tell any of you to jump on board just because of the dividend. I'm not going to tell any of you to just jump on board. I'd rather you be in a stock that's moving, not just the dividend. You understand that, Michael? I know you do. I know you do. All right. Power on the move. I got trigger. I've got trend. I've got MACD. What I'm looking for, though, is 12 cents higher than the high. It's starting to move sideways. I'm looking for 12 cents higher than the high. All right. Jake says, thanks, Dr. Glenn. You are most wonderful. Listen, I try. I'm only 4 minutes over. Joey will get over it. PXD. Woo. Let's go look at the freehand line. Trend. The trend of fools. I do like, if I use this trend line, Akshaya, I like to break above. I got another level here of a level of resistance. MACD just crossed. I don't have trend or trigger yet, but I like that candle. That's not an indecision candle. I like that candle. I can jump on, but I do have levels of resistance that it's going to come up real soon. I got levels of resistance that'll come up real soon. John, we talked about Meta. It made my news stocks today. And next to last stock, Amazon, I like it. I like that stock. I cannot lie. I got trigger, I got trend, I got new high. I like it. Let me see. I didn't play none of these. How about this? Yeah, I like that one. Let me cheer for that. That's a nice play right there. I don't know if I want to put it into my portfolio, though. No, I got, I'm already running over. And the last one, Oracle. I don't know what the news was, but it's starting to fade the gap. I like that. But look at trend and look at trigger. Look at it move up, but both of those move down. That's a red flag. I like the move, and look at that's a big red flag right there. I wouldn't take that. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? I wouldn't take that. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? And the earnings was probably back here. And it's trying to rebound. I wouldn't take it with trend and trigger moving down. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Volume's falling. MACD. I like the move, but I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. All right. Now I'm done. Man, I looked at a whole bunch of stocks for you. I gave you a lot of fish. And we talked about what was going on in the market. All right. Glenn, please speak to how you and Joey are going to handle. Oh, yes, the next 2 Mondays. Thank you, Badger. I think the next 2 Mondays we will not have midday market updates because it's Christmas and it's New Year's. We want you guys to spend time with your families on those days. So as of right now, unless something changes, the next 2 Mondays we will not have midday market update. All right, I think for the next 2 Mondays, we will not. This is, you know why? It's the most wonderful time of the year where families are traveling and folks are just having a wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. All right, so the next 2 Mondays, we will not be live streaming. So I want all of you guys to have a Merry Christmas. I want all of you guys to have a Happy New Year. That's for the next 2 Mondays. We'll be here after those days, of course. But in Tampa, we'll be in Tampa January, is it 6th and 7th? Dang it. It's the 5th and the 6th? It's the 5th and the 6th. All right. So we will be in Tampa January 5th and 6th. You can still sign up for the live event, folks. You can still sign up for the live events. We'd love to see you. All right. So if you want to go to the live in person, www.vectorvest.com/Tampa. If you can't make it and still want to watch for 2 days at home, www.vectorvest.com/live stream. Folks, we want a lot of people online, but we definitely want a lot of people there live. You get to meet me. You get to actually meet Joey. Joey will be there too. All right. So we would love to have you. There's still space. I don't know what the hotel situation is. I know we had rooms blocked off. I know a lot of people are going. I don't know what the hotel space is like, but go find out. www.vectorvest.com/Tampa. Come see us live. Any of you coming live? Type of 1. Any of you coming live? Can you sing All I Want for Christmas Is You by your favorite singer? Hell to the no. No, I'm not singing that song. I would rather put hot sauce in my eye than to sing that song. How about that? Okay. All right. I just want you to know that. How many of you are coming live? Huh?
Let's do the hot sauce thing then.
No, we're not doing the hot sauce. Shut up, Joey. I'll put it in your eyes. Put it in your eyes. Shut up. If my foot is up to it, I'll see you in Tampa. Linda, I hope your foot is up to it. But Phil, if you can't be there live, we'd love to have you on the live stream. www.vectorvest.com/live stream. Nat says, can't come, we'll be online. I still got an opportunity to meet you, Nat, so that's awesome. I got to meet a lot of people that are in our live streams in our 3 live events. We were in Toronto, we were in Atlanta, and we were in California. Oh, wait a minute. And then we were in Dallas. So we had 4. Yeah, I went on all 4. What's the like button? It's the thumbs up. It's the thumbs up. One of these days, I'm going to get down to Tampa. I will be on the live stream. John, we would love you. All right, I got to go. I got a video to record for tonight. I do. Woo-wee. Make sure you watch it. It's the 6 p.m. video tonight. Make sure you watch it. Again, for everybody who's in the room, who's brand new to the channel, you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is what we do. Hit the subscribe button. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. You know, thank you for all the hearts that are coming up. I don't know who's putting up the hearts, but thank you for that. I appreciate that. When are you coming to Reno? Ooh, Joey can't go. I'm going to Reno. I want to go to Vegas. We need to do something in Vegas. Joey can't go, though. There's a lot of buffets in Vegas, too. I'm going to be... Those buffets are like $60, though. And I bet you they don't have chocolate fountains either. All right, I never get notifications anymore. You know why? Because you don't send me roses anymore. All right, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii and in Israel. Bom dia, adabo, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. And until the next time, folks, see ya.